3rd down and 9. Murray flings it, and it's intercepted. Lions picking it back. Deron Harmon, former Patriot, and that is the first takeaway of the season for the Detroit Lions. And they get us out of some trouble, and a 1st down at the 20. Murray, and the pass is going to be picked off by Jamie Collins. Cardinals 2 for 5 on 3rd down tries. Straight back. Dodges a defender is Murray. And the pass is going to be picked off. The 3rd interception of the game for the Detroit Lions. And is Jeff Okudah still on his feet and knocked out of bounds.
Kamara in the backfield. Breeze on 1st and 10 from the 19-yard line. Pass was deflected, and then it is picked off on the first pass attempt by Breeze.
So they don't get overexcited when the Lions get off to these fast starts.
Minshew on 1st down. Arrogant out and open. For a moment, he was trying to go to DJ Chark. Deron Harmon has the interception. Originally from Fort Myers, Florida. Former Viking. Minshew, ball's out. And there's a scramble for it. He wanted to go deep. And the Lions have it.
Ray Flowers.
This Falcon offense, it's a passing team. I mean, they live and die with that, and that's what Ryan is trying to do here. The ball is out. It's a fumble, and the Lions are on it.
And then great coverage on the back end.
Punt is blocked. Sanchez had the punt blocked. The Lions scoop it up, and Detroit will take over in great field position.
3-4 Detroit, 2-5 Minnesota. Colquitt. Oh, it's blocked! Blocked on the play by Austin Bryant. It's picked up by Mike Boone, a reserve running back, and down he goes. Austin Bryant off the reserve PUP list today. Madison in 1st and 10. Look out from behind, and down he goes. Trufant. Boy, has he played well today for the Lions. One coming up for Colquitt. Oh, it's blocked again! They blocked it again, and there you see the ensuing play. Cephas will pick it up inside the 5. Flag has been thrown.
Walker on 3rd down, and he
Throws an interception in the end zone. Oruwariye is there. Huge win for the Lions defense.
And that is an athletic and talented family. Mom, dad, all the way down. 3rd and goal at the 7. Walker into the end zone, and it's intercepted by Desmond Trufant. Broadcast associates are Kyle Wu and Brooks Clark, and our technical producer Michael Nathanson. Technical director is Dane Crawford. And Mitchell Trubisky in trouble. It's a strip. Wow. The ball is out. The ball is out inside the 10-yard line. A strip sack, and it's recovered by the Lions.
Jones, year 7, has become such a mainstay now on the interior of Mike Vrabel's defensive front.
Tannehill is sacked. Safety. Romeo Okwara with a punishing sack.
On the interior of Mike Vrabel's defensive front.
Tannehill is sacked. Safety. Comes through and gets Jackson to the ground. 3rd and long. Jackson dancing. Now throws. Intercepted. Intercepted at about the 20-yard line by Amani Oruwariye.
Maybe a good thing he didn't get out of bounds if they don't get this 3rd down.
Fields underneath, deflected, and intercepted by Detroit. Lions. Oruwariye. Cousins fakes, fires in the air, and Lions with a chance for the interception. Did they come away with it? Yes. Alex Anzalone. Couple of opportunities today with the ball deflected in the air for the Lions defense. Burrow from the pocket. Intercepted. intercepted. It's a Lions takeaway at the 40-yard line. Racing back in is Amani Oruwariye. Flag down back at the 36-yard line in the area of where.
But that leaves a free runner, and Stafford wisely gets rid of the ball, but unfortunately took a shot.
Lions will bring pressure again on 3rd down and 10. Stafford tripped up and down he goes. The pressure gets to him. Julian Okwara, the first one there to close the door on the Rams.
Kalen Ballage remains the back on 3rd and 12. It's only a 3-man rush on Rudolph, and intercepted. He threw it past his receiver, picked off at the 39-yard line, and the Lions have it. It's Julian Okwara.
And you talked about that just being. Bryant in motion. Mayfield on the play action fake. Looks long. And intercepted by the Lions. Oruwariye picks it off. And there is a flag down. Levi Ozurike out of Washington. 3rd down and 10. Mayfield. Intercepted by Detroit. A.J. Parker. And the Lions have it in Cleveland territory.
Protection. End zone pass is picked. Intercepted by Oruwariye.
Cousins faking the handoff on 2nd down. Here they come. Contact football is loose. That's a live football, and it is recovered by Detroit.
Very talented and should be looked at for head coaching opportunities down the road. Here's Kyler Murray surveying. Intercepted! Oruwariye down the sideline. Still running. Down at the 5 is 6th interception of the year.
3rd down, Lions need the stop to get the ball back. Russell Gage, ball's out. Scramble for it. And it looks like the Lions have it, and they do. The first turnover of the game.
See the Lions, they love this.
Blitz coming. Roger, it's intercepted. Moore has it for Detroit. C.J. Moore. His first career interception.
So now you got no timeouts. Of course you want to work the sidelines. Again, inbounds, got to be a chunk play.
Love over the middle. Intercepted. Game over. Tracy Walker. And the Lions will win it.
At the top of your screen.
2nd down and 8. Wentz in the end zone. Taken down. Lost the football. Rolls out of the back of the end zone. It's a safety. Set a Wolverines record with 14 sacks last season. Pass was deflected a couple of times and then picked off by Will Harris. 2nd down and 14 from the 36-yard line. Zappi's pass bounced away from Aguilar, and it was picked off. They only got 7 sacks in the year. On 1st down. They're getting to him today.
Got Noah Brown. What a hit, and the ball comes out. Ball is out at the 3-yard line, and Detroit has recovered.
Oh, my goodness.
Long drive. Play number 13. Fake. Rodgers. Ball is tipped in the air. It is picked off. That was a fight for the ball. Looked like the Lions had it with Kirby Joseph, and he does. Ball was deflected, and Joseph, the rookie, has the interception. His first as a pro. Rodgers comes back the other way. It's intercepted. He was looking for Bakhtiari, but Aiden Hutchinson, the first-round draft pick, has a pick. Pressure. Rodgers steps away, throws, it's intercepted again! It's Joseph again! Kirby Joseph having the game of his season here today. He's got 2 off Rodgers.
Just crushed their defense the last drive.
2nd and 18. Fields in some trouble trying to get it to come out. It's intercepted. Okudah with the pick, and little one picks big one and takes it for a touchdown.
And for the Lions, cornerback Jeff Okudah out with a head injury.
That's a shame for him. Here's Jones back to pass, and it's intercepted. Aiden Hutchinson has another one, 2nd of his career. And he's going to be knocked out of bounds inside the 20. He picked off Aaron Rodgers 2 weeks ago. He does it here to Daniel Jones. 4-man rush. Jones steps into it, throws over the middle, high, and it's intercepted. It's picked off by Kirby Joseph, the rookie, with blocks into Giants territory. Joseph all the way down to the 41. And the Lions have picked off Daniel Jones again.
Quarterback, fake it, throw it.
Throws it quickly, and it's intercepted. And Zaloni ends up with it. Another red zone turnover committed by the Bills. It's an astonishing number this year. Rodriguez tipped it.
ETN with a first down and a lot of room. Ball came out as he was hit around the 37-yard line. He missed practice time this week because of that foot injury. Deshaun Elliott looked like he forced the fumble. Lions have the football.
Just across the 35-yard line for New York. Fake the handoff. Wilson has time. And he's intercepted. Picked off by Jerry Jacobs, working the sideline, out of bounds.
Having really stuffed the run. They need to get back to stuffing the run.
Fields already sacked 4 times. Hit from behind, ball comes loose. Officials attempting to get to the bottom of the pile, and the Lions have recovered. Aiden Hutchinson with the football.
They're not going to give it to you.
Fields looking. And now he throws, and it is picked off by Aiden Hutchinson, his 3rd interception of the season. This is 3rd and 6. Mahomes throws the cross. It is intercepted off the deflection. Brian Branch, the rookie, ties the game with his first NFL touchdown.
But I don't think he cares at this point.
Yeah,
they've just.
Well, I'm saying his chest hit the helmet of Robinson. And there we go again.
Hutchinson with the play to seal it. At the 2-minute warning, this ball game's over.
Play action. Tip, picked, 26-yard line. Jerry Jacobs inside the 10. He gets down to the 6-yard line. Tipped that time by Alex Anzalone, the linebacker. Pistol this time. Love pressured. Down he goes at the 7. Aleem McNeil again. Back-to-back big plays for him. 3rd and 22 tonight. Meanwhile, back to action. 2nd and 5. Love going to his left. Has that picked off at the 5-yard line. Jerry Jacobs. And run out of the 18. Yeah, you're not going to sneak by anybody.
No, you beat Kansas City at Arrowhead and go to Lambeau and win, and you're on everybody's board.
Love could not get away.
Young. Ball's out. Hutchinson has it. And he's to the 20-yard line. Aiden Hutchinson with a takeaway. Try and cut it again with Chuba Hubbard in the backfield. Throw is intercepted. Taken away at the 40-yard line by Jerry Jacobs, his 3rd pick of the season.
Field pinned inside his own 10 to start this series. Off a fake, off a pump, a deflection, and a pick. It belongs to Detroit. Will Harris ends up with the interception.
Garoppolo. Devontae, he's picked off. Intercepted by the Lions. And Kirby Joseph. Garoppolo hands it right back, and Joseph has his first interception of the season.
And they're second on third down defense. I mean, that's the two things every week, right? Stop the run, get off the field on third down.
2nd and 8. Tough throw, man. Oh, my gosh. Diving attempt. Did Joseph get in? Caught it and landed in bounds, they say, for the pick. All set up by Anzalone's pressure on Herbert.
Fields with Hutchinson coming. That ball is out. Darnell Wright kicks it in back of the end zone. 2 points for Detroit with 21 seconds left. And Hutchinson boots it out of there.
But it's that red zone area. They move the ball very well between the 20s.
Looking downfield, first play, coverage tight, and so he checks it down. It's intercepted off of Jawan Johnson's hands into those of Brian Branch. The rookie from Alabama with his second.
This is at the edge of Patterson's range, so they're going for it on 4th down and 10. And Goff is picked up by Jalen Johnson. Still on his feet. Lost the football, but it's out of bounds. There's also a flag down.
Just burns Jacobs for the touchdown.
That is blocked. The extra point is blocked. It was Romeo Okwara who got a piece of it. And here comes the cavalry. Big Benito Jones was running it back, trying to pick up a point.
2nd down and 10. Fake to Williams. Here they come up the side. Melifonwu, and it's picked up on the play. Look at the big man run. Martin downfield from behind, taken down at the 37.
Jefferson in motion from the Lions 40. They need 2 yards. Mullins throws, picked off. Pass was intended for Addison. Brian Branch, who nearly had one in the end zone back in the first quarter, comes up with the pick.
Now that he knows what the defense is, force the ball to your best guys.
Mullins on 3rd down. Fires downfield looking for Addison. It's picked off. Intercepted by Kirby Joseph. That's the 2nd pick of the first half thrown by Nick Mullins.
There was no way he was going to make the tackle. I mean, that's just selfish football by Ed Ingram.
So now 3rd down and 18. Mullins going deep, and it is picked off. 2nd today for Kirby Joseph. Mullins over 400 yards today. From the 30 on 1st down. Mullins steps up. He throws. It is picked off. Melifonwu with the exclamation point for the Detroit Lions today.
On 3rd down, Prescott trying to come underneath. And he's picked. Intercepted by Melifonwu. The early takeaway by the Lions on defense. And back-to-back games with an interception. Blitz. Mullins hit as he throws and picked off by Cam Sutton. Sutton on the return crosses the 35, and the Lions are 3 minutes away from the finishing touches on a franchise record 12-win regular season. 3rd down and 5 for Mullins and the Vikings. Lofted right to the free safety and picked by Gardner Johnson. In his first game since week 2, he's got the pick.
His success the last month of the season. 3rd and 17, Lions bring 3. Mayfield in the middle, deflected and intercepted into the hands of C.J. Gardner Johnson. Stays alive, out of bounds at the 40. 2nd and 10. Pressure comes, Melifonwu. Mayfield got away. Not for long. Jalen Reeves-Maybin. Ifeatu Melifonwu with the sack. comes that pressure. Mayfield in the middle. It's intercepted. It's Derek Barnes. It's off to San Francisco for the Lions.
3rd and 10. 4-man rush. Purdy in some trouble. Lets it go over the middle and is picked off. Rodriguez has it. Breaks the tackle, and he's inside the 25. We get a penalty middle of the field, too, so hang on.
Late play clock. Off in time. And Stafford throwing end zone. It's intercepted by Kirby Joseph. Stafford throws his first interception against the Lions in 3 games. And a rare red zone turnover, something they didn't do all of last year.
4-man pressure. Mayfield throws. Intercepted at the 45. Brian Branch going to the top floor to yank it down. And Detroit takes it away with 1:51 to play in the half.
Murray with time for the end zone. And intercepted, waiting for it was Kirby Joseph. Intended for Marvin Harrison Jr., but it floated up there.
End zone and intercepted by Kirby Joseph. His 3rd of the year. And that will end that.
If you get man coverage, he's a great target.
They can get a first down here. They'll have to go for a touchdown, but they're going for it anyway, and it's intercepted. Brian Branch has it, and this one's going to count.
This team is very certain what's happened. They're passing the ball on every down.
Pressure here. 4th down, eye over the middle, and it's intercepted for the 2nd time today. It's Branch again. Brian Branch looking for the end zone. He is tackled inside the 5.
In the secondary, have allowed them to play this much tighter defense in critical situation. Just going to put like that.
Meanwhile, another interception. It's Kirby Joseph who's got it. What a day for the safeties of Detroit.
That's 2 great examples on back-to-back drives.
Fake it to Jones. Off the play action. Darnold's got time. Underthrown ball looking for Addison. And what a play by Brian Branch.
Blitz to create those pressures. Get sticky coverage if they have to hold it an extra tick.
Rudolph, good protection, pumps, throws, and it's intercepted! Nowaski with the pick, down at the Titans 23. A leader in moral victories over the last decade. 1st down and 10 at the 30-yard line. Play action. Rudolph over the middle, and it's intercepted by Kirby Joseph. Joseph with the pick, still on his feet inside the 15 and down near the 12.
One timeout. Got to get something down the field.
Love, it's picked up. Now rolling out for the first time, and he throws an interception. It's picked off all the way down, and scoring for the Lions. It's Joseph. Maybe the first time we've seen the injury for Jordan Love, and Kirby Joseph has a pick 6.
We're not going to get it all at one chunk here, so just one at a time. We'll do that. We'll play this out till we get 2 minutes left in the 4th quarter before we turn on, but we'll do it. Okay, man.
He said it. They had to get takeaways, and they do right out of the gate. Look out. Stroud. End zone underthrown and intercepted. Carlton Davis comes up with the pick.
Well, and that was the concern when Bigsby not active today. Etienne, being able to carry that load.
2nd and 1, Jones, intercepted. Joseph, what a pick.
Wishing you, Mike, speedy recovery there, buddy. Got a little ankle.
As the ball comes out at the end, he's brought down at the 5 by DJ Reader.
That's 18 defensive pass interference calls against this group from Detroit. That's a pick. Bad throw from Purdy, and it's Kirby Joseph with his 8th interception of the year, and that was a gift. Are inexcusable, quite honestly. Play action from Purdy. This is picked. That's Joseph again. His second of the night, his 9th of the year. Already won a playoff game, looking for another. Quick throw outside, he goes. De'Ami Brown, who has lost the ball, goes out of bounds, though, to stay with Washington as Branch punched it out.
I don't think he has anything in the playbook for second and 32.
You might be surprised. Williams in trouble. Rolling right.
Not that.
And then it is Kirby Joseph. Did he stay in bounds? Joseph comes up with the pick.
This drive starts at the 21, down by 4. Hand off to Henry, and he gets it punched out. It's recovered by DJ Reed. Knocked out on the play by Aiden Hutchinson. And it's yet another fumble for Derrick Henry.
Play clock winding down. 3rd down and 8. Flacco under pressure, and it is picked off along the near sideline by Kirby Joseph. New set of downs for Cleveland. Flacco to the outside, and it's DJ Reed down the sideline, forced out of bounds.
Off-play action. Browning to the sideline for Chase, and it's intercepted by Amik Robertson. Picked off at the 17 of Cincinnati.
But they've really struggled with those penalties again here today to start.
3rd and 15. Browning going deep for Chase. Jump ball, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. His 3rd interception of the year. That's Chase in motion on 2nd and 5. Browning with protection this time, and it's intercepted by Anzalone. Anzalone works around Chase and out of bounds inside the 30. Flea flicker. Browning under pressure. The ball's out. It's a strip sack by Aiden Hutchinson. Recovered by Cincinnati.
Better play calls at the line of scrimmage because of the ability to communicate, but it was a tough start, but that last drive, oh boy.
And a safety sack by Derek Barnes, and that'll end the hope.
Here in this first half, being held to under 40 yards of total offense. They just have not been able to get anything going.
Mayfield comes underneath, and it's Otten in a fight with Mollett.
That might be Mollett's ball.
3rd and long. 4-man rush. McCarthy zips it over the middle. I think it's picked. Arnold has his hands on it. Where's the signal?
This is the best starting field position of the day for the Giants. Fake to Tracy. And then Winston throws. And it is picked off. That's the Giants' first turnover today.
Prescott in a vice. Sack. Al-Fadin Muhammad with the sack. Well, he's so right with those explosive plays. 4 of them for 25 yards or more. Meanwhile, it's deflected, intercepted by the Lions. And that is Barnes. Derek Barnes, the linebacker, comes up with the gift. 7:12 left in the 4th. Prescott running for his life. Down he goes at the 23-yard line. Prescott dancing, fires over the middle, and that is going to be picked off. DJ Reed has his moment after they've been picking on him all night.
Yeah, Brian Branch out for the season. Kirby Joseph, their all-pro safety, hasn't played in weeks.
Intercepted! Oh! Aiden Hutchinson! A clear path! Can he win the race? Hutchinson inside the 20. He's tackled there! What a play from Aiden Hutchinson!
They've got guys open downfield.
On the fake. Looking downfield. Letting it rip. DJ Moore is down there. And it's intercepted by Avonte Maddox in the end zone. Maddox played it better, and he's got the pick for Detroit.